There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Hey, you.
Hey, Dad. I can hear you. I can't. I was going to say I can't be on camera, so I'm going to turn my mic off too, so the two of you can do your thing. Lauren, you're sideways though, just so you know.
I'm sideways.
Sitting
There you go.
sideways. Always in the day. But wait, what does he say?
You said I'm sitting sideways?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you're not.
No, Lauren was.
Song.
You're good now.
Paul Wall.
All right.
Paul
You
Wall.
guys have fun.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us in case you missed it. We're doing, I'm Lauren. Hey.
I'm Dante.
Tina's in the background. Dash, say hi.
Hi everybody. How's your mom?
Heyo.
I'm
Miamani,
good.
are you here with us?
Who?
Or
Who, me?
oh, I guess it's just us.
I guess yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
girl.
I think Namadi just set it up for so we can just have it all on.
Okay.
That's all good.
Well, yeah, we'll do like I'll power hour because my dog's being too much. And I think she's going to join us for this because I can't get a lot of space and she's having tummy problems. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, poor doggy.
I know, but we've made it to August.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I know, right? Damn.
Huh?
I know, right? This month flying by. I mean, this year flying by.
Like literally, the year's flying by. July, like flash, but also so much. And I guess I want to add on here that I'm for everything that we have just been dealt just today alone. I'm honestly kind of grateful for the first because to have Lizzo being sued for sexual harassment.
Wait, Lizzo got sued?
Yeah.
Holy
by
snap.
3 of her dancers. That was not on my bingo card.
Oh snap. This happened today.
You know what I mean? I mean, I expected the new indictment of Donald J. Trump. There's so many. I kind of expected that, but not this lawsuit against Lizzo. Yeah. And I can go into details about like what the
give me some details because I haven't heard anything about this.
Yes, hang on one second. I'm going to put my dog in the crate because I'm not getting any peace. And so,
okay. So Namadi was saying the reception on the farm is horrible. That's why she wasn't joining us.
Well, we miss you when we wish you were here.
Right.
Okay.
Both y'all on the West Coast.
I'm about to do my workout after this, so.
She said you flashing some booty on the camera.
Oh! I have to put my dog up, okay, you guys? I have to put my dog up. Okay. These accusations, though. Okay, so. It's bad. So, alleging a hostile work environment and harassment. So Lizzo's been sued by 3 former dancers who claimed they were subjected to a hostile work environment and harassment while they were members of the Grammy winners dance team. The complaint, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday, obtained by CNN through an attorney for the plaintiffs, also names her production company, Big Girl Touring, Inc., and a person described as dance cast captain as defendants in the suit. Among the claims outlined in the suit, one of the 3 plaintiffs said she was encouraged by the singer to take turns touching the nude performers while out at a club in Amsterdam's red light district while on tour in February. Fearing retaliation, the suit states the plaintiff eventually acquiesced despite having expressed numerous times she had no desire to touch the performers. Another plaintiff claims that her commitment to her role on the dance team was questioned by the singer, who expressed thinly veiled concern about the plaintiff's weight gain, according to the lawsuit.
Wait, so Lizzo was complaining about somebody else's weight?
Resulting in the plaintiff feeling pressure to explain her weight gain and disclose intimate personal details about her life in order to keep her job. Other claims made throughout the complaint that allege people employed by Lizzo subjected plaintiffs to racial and religious discrimination, including an allegation that an accountant from the BGBT's primarily white management team discriminated against the Black dancers by scolding them for allegedly unacceptable and disrespectful behavior while on tour. The suit alleges that this comment from the accountant was charged with racial and fat-phobic animus. Lizzo has not commented, but the details are I saw some where the details are a little more intense. It looks intense. It looks something about like bananas.
It sounds bananas. It sounds like Lizzo or some deep ish right now. Like
I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
Next, how she has a problem with somebody else's weight? Like,
okay, well that's not necessary.
No, because like
I think that anything that you're pressuring, I think where you're like accusing and that part of it, unless that was written in the contract, I don't think that should be a part. Yes, that's what it is. Thank you.
No, they literally said someone was forced to eat a banana from someone. Yikes. All right, so was the banana half eaten by someone else prior to them had to eat the banana? Or is this was like her way of like making sure like you stay healthy, you stay nutritious?
No, I think that it was like, I think it was something like in the red light district, like one of the shows that you could go to. And if you haven't been, you guys, check them out. You know, where there's like
okay,
like
or the sexy seduction.
Show, you know, I think that there was like, it was in the red light district, right, of Amsterdam, right? You know.
Okay.
If you've ever been, I know they're trying to limit the tourists, but there's some places down there. And I think that I think it was a nude model, and I think that maybe she had to eat the banana from a private area. Allegedly.
Yeah, still that on her. I do like Lizzo falling off for that. It sounded like she was, I don't know, she was a couple Casamigos down that stage stuff.
Well, then I didn't find weird. I'm not even trying to find behavior. Why I see what lawsuit says. I feel like Lizzo hasn't made a comment. I am trying to do that thing where I'm not like believing instantly what I read. I need to know, you know, are they speaking about this where they're non-disclosures? Are they taking this lawsuit route so they can speak about it? You know, there are things. So I don't kink shame, but I also feel like don't force people to do things they don't want to do.
Nah, yeah, I don't kink shame either, but I definitely call it out when it sounds a little odd and sound a little weird,
right?
You know? Like, and let's do it a little too much.
I think you're right on like the team, like her crew. I think it's super. I don't know. I think that, you know, it could be a lot of her team members. It could be the captain. I think it could get very.
I don't know. I think that's Lizzo.
Well, no, I'm not saying. I think it was a lot of things. Like the people named in the lawsuit are her production company and one of the captains. Like she's one of the people named in the lawsuit. What I do think is when you get in a high control environment. Hello, I'm a cult survivor. Okay. And you're enclosed with people. These are all, like the only people that you're seeing. You're around them all the time. It starts to feel like if you're not doing what I'm doing, you're not with us, right? So like, even if that girl was like, I'm really not into this, like, I don't even want to, like, I do feel like that pressure of like, could she like lose her job because she didn't? I think it could be a possibility. That's why you don't get fucked up with your coworkers. But also, that being said, was there an option to stay in? Like, you don't know what the environment was like. We don't know. It could be a hostile one, and that's unfortunate.
That's why I blame Lizzo, because I feel like if her team doing it, this is like under her command, or like she kind of okaying it to an extent. Because on the road, like your team, y'all bunched up together, like y'all traveling together, y'all doing shows together, y'all bonding, y'all spending late nights, early mornings together. So for me, like if the team is doing this, she's very much aware of them doing it. And then her silence speaking more to me, because like nowadays when I hear a celebrity go silent when controversy arises, all they get suspicious.
Yeah,
Like
I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because I feel like when they're in crisis mode, that is a very quick response. That's when they do the notepad, put on their story, so it's erased in 24 hours. That's my team and I vehemently deny, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But I also think that if it's like, especially if there are things that could ring true, and I think that's a real thing, like, because I think accountability goes a long way. Like, maybe it's a come to earth kind of thing. Like, there could be consequences for actions that happened while they were on tour. But I feel like the smartest ones are quite quiet. They've got to like catch the temperature, right? Because this came out today, right? So we're going to go theorist. They're going to victim blame, right? Then of course they're going to go, for Lizzo, like they're literally waiting, right? Like she's a Grammy winner. Like she has a team as well. Like not her production team, but a label.
her team,
and, a lot, right? There's a lot riding on this. Not only that, but she also represents herself to be someone who's very okay with her body, self-image, like all of that, and an ally to a lot of causes, to a lot of people, right? I feel like if you are on the PR team, I feel like you've got to handle this kid gloves. Don't Tiffany Haddish it, right? Like you've got to really kid glove this, because not only are you a celebrity, not only that, you are a Black celebrity, not only that, you are a woman, not only that, you are a plus size woman, and people are looking for a reason. So two things can be true at the same time. I think her lack of statement is trying to be strategic about how they're going to come at this, for sure.
That's a different perspective than I was looking at it. Like that could be the case, but I still feel like a statement or a comment or something should have came out to be like, even if some of the stuff that occurred was true, it'd be like, you know what?
Right, but
we heard about the
heard
rumors
when we started this live, right? Because it just happened a few hours ago. Like you just heard of it, right? Like it's today.
But still, like that should have been like somebody the team got to be like the response person to be like, you know what? We heard the rumors. We addressing it. We're gonna confirm what's real and what isn't. At a later time. At this time,
well, it's not a rumor. It's a lawsuit.
Oh, I mean, but it's like, still, but like you
that also
don't want to
too.
put the blame on them too much.
Whatever statements that they're making, okay. That also, I think, considering, because this is a lawsuit, like they have to play this correctly, because people can literally be subpoenaed. Like you have to do depositions. Like this is a civil case. You can ask anything. You open the door, you get to ask the questions. So I think that you've got to be,
you got to be smart with it.
And it could be that because some of this is true. Like I think the smart thing that she's probably going to do, if I were her, and before I make that statement, I would fire the captain.
You would fire the captain? Nah.
You've got to like cut the heads, right? Like, I would
only do that if the captain was like a large contributor to the culture.
What I'm saying is, if they need to shift the responsibilities, you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Put it on.
He definitely gonna be the scapegoat. He or she definitely gonna be the scapegoat in this situation.
I think that there are things that play, but that was one for today, right? Like that was one I didn't put on my bingo card, but that's for August. So if we go back and we do a setup for July, because we like to do a full catch up of July, I just had to throw out the Lizzo because it just wasn't on the card.
Well, I mean, we still
card.
got a couple situations now because Cardi was just in the news too herself.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So.
Yes, right. I know. That's why I was like, okay, if we flip it, because things have been going quite lit in this end of summer. I think it's the heat, truly.
Yeah,
global
heat gets everybody,
including me, around the world, just hot. And I don't know if you've seen. Well, we'll go back to it, but these bathing suits that are happening, like in China, are cracking me up and also terrifying me at the same time. But we'll go into that when we talk about the heat wave. So, Cardi. Yikes. I don't know what Cardi said before with the drinks or whatever. But what I'm saying is, as a concert goer and as a person that has been going to shows for forever, since my first concert was Kirk Franklin. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Revolution. Okay? That's a long time ago. I just don't feel like if you're that close or even far away, maybe, I don't even know if panties are appropriate. But in this day and age, I feel as if I don't think that that's showing love as a fan to throw water on them. Instructions are not. It just
it was
so
water?
Bad. I don't know what
I honestly just feel like it was vodka.
I don't know what it was. All I know is I think for like even for like the Renaissance tour, Beyonce's tour, I remember in certain cities where it was super hot that like you could bring water, but like it couldn't have a top on it or something, or because people were throwing them. So I feel like, guys, let's not throw things at the art. That's not the way. That's not the way. Just put a heart hand up. Do a cell phone light. Bring a sign. Wave your hands. Put someone on the shoulders. But
no, don't put nobody on the shoulders. I hate those people. They be blocking my view of the concert. Like,
but hey, listen, I'm 5'2.5". Sometimes I do need a shoulder to sit on. Or I'm not going to see anything. Okay, like I'm not going to see anything. But there has been other ones, right? Like the girl, I think a cell phone was thrown at her, and she was like hit in the face. That was one artist. I can't think of her name. I think Pink got someone's mom's ashes? Enough, y'all. We can't do, it's too much, okay? It's too much. They still have fan clubs. Don't let social media fool you. Write a letter. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Cardi and I feel like she should have known. What was the reason? She should have known. The girl or her friend or whoever got it, who threw the drink. I mean, that aim that Cardi was throwing back. Y'all remember that Love and Hip Hop reunion? She should have known. And I honestly, reflex. I mean, I don't know. I'm not. The girls, I think, are pressing charges.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Because there was a second situation too where she threw the mic that same weekend. But I mean, people gotta remember Cardi from the Bronx, so you know, like it's not too much like she gonna take, and then you're not going. Well, most artists don't appreciate being stuff thrown there to begin with, and then like we talking liquid while you performing, while she wearing a dress, which probably costs like thousands of dollars in itself. You know, hair and makeup, that's expensive, and she a lady, she obviously don't want that messed up, you know. Then you throw in the fact that she from the Bronx too, you just like tempt the fate. Like
spit in it. It could have. I'm saying like for all concerts, guys. I don't think the artists want stuff thrown at them. No. Don't. And I don't think through. Leave it out there. Recycle. Throw away your bottled waters or reuse them. You know, but it's her aim though. I didn't see the second one. I only saw.
It was just as accurate. It was just as accurate. Like Cardi really could be a pitcher for a Major League Baseball team the way she's throwing these microphones.
And even the second, like I wouldn't have done it. I don't think that. I mean, fine if the girls want to press charges, if there's like a dent or something, or they just feel violated. I mean, to each their own. I think that. I think that if they want to do that, I also think that there's reasonable kind of defense with it. So kind of bring it, kind of.
I could dig it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like an artist should have some type of protection in place. Like, I feel like that's that type of reaction, that's natural. Like if I was walking in the streets and somebody threw something at me, I'm probably going to hit them back, you know. So I feel like it should be some protection in line for the artist, especially because of how instantly she reacted. It wasn't like she stood on the stage and was taking like a good time surveying the crowd before she told somebody. You could tell like instant reaction. So I feel like it should be something in place like to protect the artist, at least from like lawsuits, you know, like maybe like as you said, like if she really damaged, we could settle on like a small payment. Right. But otherwise, I feel like this should be thrown out the court. Like Cardi should be good. There should be no repercussions. Honestly, I feel like the fan goer should be restricted from going to future concerts because I seen a picture of the fan goer, the girl who threw the water, and she was wearing her AirPods. And I'm just like, how the hell are you at the concert with AirPods in your head throwing water? Like that to me just sound fishy. That sound like you came to the show. Right. Maybe you don't like me. Maybe I'm not your favorite artist, and you were just like, let me show this bitch. Like,
right. Like, I don't know, but it just seems, yeah, I'm kind of a money grab. And I don't know, maybe Tasha K can pay for it. Maybe they've linked up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, they're trying to get something. You know, everybody a scammer nowadays.
Scam likely.
Yeah.
Scam likely. Okay, let's see. What else happened? Also on the Cardi B and Offset did release a new song.
Yeah. They did.
Not gonna lie, I haven't heard it yet.
I heard snippets of it. It's honestly my favorite song with them two together. I shouldn't say snippets because I listened to it 3 times at this point. But it's my favorite song with them two together so far, you know. And this was like the first time I heard them two on the record where I actually felt like Offset did better than Cardi, and I was impressed with him. Cause I was like, damn it, my man, finally you out-rapped your wife. Like,
okay.
Normally when they
I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, I listen to rap, but I don't really. So I'll listen to it, but not really. So
it's good for the gym. Like when you're in the gym and you trying to persevere through something, it got the amped up beat that make you kind of want to dance a little bit.
Or I'm out or something. But
I
saw the preview for the video with Offset, and it made me want to see the video when he did the James Brown spoof.
Oh, I thought you was talking about when they was at the pool. Cause I was about to say they did a second video, you know, where Cardi was doing the twerking in the pool. Offset was kind of doing his rapidy rap thing in the pool. It was nice. It was a nice little vibe, you know. Cardi definitely gave us something to view, you know, for Woman Crush Wednesday.
I really like Cardi B, so it's hard for me. And I think she gets a lot of shit.
Yeah, unnecessarily.
Like a lot. Like I don't understand it.
I don't understand the divide in ladies. Like, all right, so since you're a woman, you can answer this question for me, maybe. Why are the ladies like picking sides between her and Nicki so much? Like, every time I hear a new female artist, is always, well, I'm Team Cardi or I'm Team Nicki. Like, why can't we coexist? Why can't legends coexist?
I don't know. I really don't. I think that they definitely can coexist. I mean, they do coexist.
Yeah.
Right? I think maybe you know, it could be the barbs, right? Yes, I think the media likes to do it. And I feel like, honestly, if you're like the barbs are like quite protected, right? And so I think that when the media, especially like radio, because it sucks, but for all of like the new artists that came after Nicki Minaj, and I know there were people before her, I understand that. But like if I'm saying it like now, right? Especially in the time of like streaming and stuff, like of course they're gonna be like comparing Cardi to Nicki, comparing Lotto to Nicki, comparing like it makes so much sense, right? Because she is that girl, right? Yeah. But I think that when they came into it, and it really gives a viewpoint or how you can see, especially like if you like view the lives and stuff, I feel like even if the artist didn't come women pitted against one another. I feel as if like sometimes it's like I feel as if sometimes Nikki will be very, you better like bow down kind of, and then it shows right like afterwards. And I do think that there could be both. I don't know why, because that song with they're both on it with Migos is so good.
I know. I still love that song.
Like
I actually wanted more heat with them two together. I felt like they complimented each other. I actually wanted the song without the Migos, with just Cardi and Nicki, like kind of like how we did with Nicki and Ice Spice. I'm like, really, Ice Spice taking what Cardi should be doing. Like that should be Nicki and Cardi. Like that's what I need.
Right. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, so we just, I've got it. But I do like that. If anything, I like that in this type of like competition, this like duo or whatever, that they're able to bring up a lot more female rappers. And like, I mean, Nicki's doing it in like multiple languages, and so is Cardi, right? And Cardi's really, it feels like she's only like really like linking up now with artists that aren't super famous. And so I just think there is room at the table, okay? And these girls don't mumble. I can understand what they're saying like that. Okay? So ladies, keep it up.
Yeah, this definitely been the year of the ladies. So I'll say that. Like women been dominating music.
Yes. And shout out to Barbie for dominating.
The movie?
Yes.
I know. I see all the ladies in pink.
Seen it yet? I'm guessing no. Am I right? You haven't seen it yet?
No. But like I've seen like countless women crossing the streets of Philadelphia, encountering them wearing their pink, all dialed up.
I've been wearing pink for 2 weeks straight. Literally. Like I look at my Instagram pictures and it's just like baby pink, fuchsia, mid pink, dual pink, literally. But I do, and it was so amazing. It was, especially going premiere weekend, I'm not gonna lie, it was so unapologetically Barbie that it was so nice. Like it was so like my little heart just like warmed up, right? My little Mattel heart warmed up, because at first I was like, my friend was like, I have been waiting for this movie. I got this pink ball gown, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll be business suit Barbie because I have a hot pink suit, right? And at first I was like, okay, could this feel weird? But as soon as I parked, right, I started seeing the pink, and I was like, oh, I'm solid. Like, I'm good. And I had gone to a Barbie pool party earlier that day, and then literally, if like participation up 1,000%. And I hope, I mean, ladies and gents and theys, whatever. If you're thinking of a Halloween costume this year, you already know it's Barbie. You're Kenneth. That's it. You can be, of course, there's an
Little
every
Mermaid
Barbie.
too.
So you're Kenneth. You're Kenneth, Ken. So you can be literally, don't worry about your costumes. Don't worry about like, what should I be? Be anything. Make it Barbie. And that's I have to put that in there.
I definitely believe Barbie gonna be a factor and theme in Halloween. Her,
it
the
should
Little
be.
Mermaid, and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think those are gonna be the three biggest outfits this year.
I really want to do the rustic Barbie, but I don't know. We'll see how, because I'm doing also rustic for the Renaissance tour, so we'll see. I'm trying to get it ready, but yeah, I have to show you one of I got this patch. Actually, I'm going to save it and just wait for the concert. It's so whatever, I'll keep you posted. I mean, I have a countdown, so it's fine.
Like the ladies, y'all been doing it up for the Beyonce concert. Like every woman I seen that went to the concert so far is giving me a whole movie trailer, from the entrance to the performance, to the exit, to them exiting, the photos. I'm like, oh, this is an event. Like,
we've been, I'm so excited. There's literally, I mean, I could talk about this for hours, okay? There's a countdown right there.
Oh, snap.
50 days. 50 days for me. Listen, since Renaissance, since she dropped this album, I believe it was on a I think it was in May, right? She usually does it. It's like a minute.
I don't even know. Like when Beyonce
I
dropped
did
music, it
not
stayed around for
this album
years.
for well over a year, right? Like it still is in steady rotation because for me, I'm in Beehive. I cannot fuck up at this concert. Lyrics gotta be 10 toes down, right? 10, 10, 10s across the board, right?
Yeah.
So, we've been waiting. And also, I think this is an event because Beyonce did not give us visuals with this album. She gave us instructions, she gave us imagination, and she gave us like a mirror, like do your fucking thing. I mean, she gave us clues. And so I feel like everyone going to this tour is giving like what we think Beyonce wants us to give to her for the visuals, I feel like. I mean, yeah, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Check my technique. So also, if you get a chance, get some tickets. You should go. Actually, didn't she already come? She had already come.
Yeah, she came to Philly already. She came to Philly.
The Philly show. Okay, I'm obsessed. So I've been just following the tour, like different cities, and so I remember watching like the newscasters do like all of these, like it's Beyonce Day, like
yeah,
cool. I can't wait.
I
can't wait for
your turn into Beyonce world. Like
I can't wait for my turn. 50 days.
Yeah, it was a moment. It was a moment. Like
yes.
I remember downtown was lit up with Beyonce memorabilia, like people singing the songs, blasting at multiple stickers. Like I remember I walked into this bakery, they was playing the John. I feel like I'm falling in love. Like, and that joint just make me feel sexy every time I hear it. So I had to do my little dance while I was getting my breakfast.
Oh, you were giving a little cup it. I got you. I'm so ready. I can't wait. It's going to be a time to be alive. Okay, what else happened last month? Wait, I need you because you're the sports guy because I don't know any, really, right?
Okay.
I don't really, okay. Ooh, a big one. You know what? There's a couple. So, aliens.
Ooh, yeah.
Check my technique, right? I mean, I don't even actually want to say that. I want to call them, what do they call them now?
We might be the aliens to the aliens, for real, for real.
Honestly, it actually like threw me, thank you for the follow. It actually threw me into a little bit of an existential crisis, which I've already been in one, but it's just added to that immensely. And it's just like, I've got to be taking like the time to ponder on that, a lot of meditation because, okay, right? Like that I know.
Yeah.
That I know, right? But then you get like, you know, especially when you're little, or at least for me, again, cool, right? Things get like ingrained. And I was already like, oh, the untruths, I'm deconstructing things. But it was just like, and look at that. Now, what are you going to say now? Can't build that on an ark, can you? And that's all. And, but very interesting because you know what did still happen? I paid my rent today. So that's the alien, that's the amount of energy I have to give. Like, unless y'all are like, and then it makes me go on like another, like, okay, wait a second. If y'all are hitting dimensions and stuff, right? Like y'all are the energy source that you have to use to be moving like that, right? Because how much fuel and shit are y'all moving to go to space, okay? Then why are we using fossil fuels? Like what are you talking about? Like then why do we have light bills? What are you talking? Scam likely. That's I guess the quote today. Scam likely.
That's the whole world, scam likely. Like a lot of stuff we pay for, we really shouldn't have to pay for because it's just natural resources from the earth. Like it's an unlimited supply. As long as the earth is intact, we are intact. Like
I mean, it just, scam likely.
But I do keep my conspiracy theory on, like, how many things the world is covering up overall. Like, I feel like alien life has been discovered long before now. I just feel like
it has. It was.
I feel like we just at a point now where they can't keep it concealed because it's coming too rapidly, you know. So now we just getting different events and different occurrences. Like the wildfires, I really still don't believe it was a wildfire. I really, in my heart of heart, feel like maybe
Oh
a
yeah,
spaceship or something came
had,
crashing
like, brown
down.
clouds, right?
Yeah. Cause I'm just like, all right. I'm like, all right. For me, I keep going back to this one thought in my head, and maybe I'm a little crazy for thinking this, cause like I had a drunk tell me this, and it made me think. But I was talking to this drunk outside the liquor store one day. Don't ask me why I was talking to him, but I was giving him conversation. But he made me think, because he was just like, man, it can't be no wildfires, because he was just like, 9/11 happened right up, pretty much up the block from Philadelphia. We still didn't smell the smoke from 9/11. So how are we getting smoke from Canada all the way in Philadelphia? And I was just like, you know what? You might be on to something. You might be on to something. Then I keep going to the lack of pictures I've seen displaying, you know,
Actual
the end result. Yeah. Like it's always, it's this talk about it, but it's no visual evidence of what it looks like afterwards. Like normally, you know, they display this is how it remains now, what we need to improve on. I'm just like, that's odd. We haven't got any pictures, you know. Then we hear alien life, we hear AI rise, I hear submarines getting crushed, and I'm just like, is it a chance?
You know what? I keep saying this, and I'll say it, hey, if it's my time, snatch me up. I'm not a Walking Dead survivor kind of girl. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing that?
I'm not doing all that.
No, Lauren, I'm on my I Am Legend. I'm trying to make it. Like, even if I gotta be like Will Smith in this movie with just me and my dog, like, just walk.
You know, it's so funny. Like when you think about like dystopian films and stuff like that, like it's always like dudes that were like, I would make it. Like I would like survive. It'd be like me and my dog, and you're like, I'm just saying, as a woman, keep in mind. I saw a TikTok saying this, and it's very true. It is beyond. Women know, women and girls walk around knowing that if there were not consequences for actions against harm, like against men and women, or well, some men, but women and children, like, could you imagine? I wouldn't want to stay here. No. Okay, you could say that like war-torn countries, you could see that there, but also after disasters, very evident there when things are chaos. No, I don't want to be here. I'm out. Take me out. I'm not trying to survive. Take me out of here. And that's real talk. But you'll be good with your dog, okay? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm still roam the world. I ain't ready to jump out of here just yet. You know, like I'll be the last survivor. You know.
I'll walk with you in the spirit. I'll be sending you the vibes. So, okay. Well, before dystopia and thinking of I Am Legend, I'm thinking of films, which, guys, after 2024 and a half, like, we're not going to have new movies.
Films. Oh, yeah. It's coming dry.
More content.
Yeah.
Because the writers and actors are on strike. Honestly, pay them their dues. Like,
run it up.
Like, I'm sorry, when you start seeing the actors and you start seeing their residuals and you're like,
well, yeah, it's a lack of residuals now for the actors. It was one actor, Timmy, I think that's his name.
mm-hmm.
But he actually went on Instagram live not too long ago, and he actually displayed how he had over 80 residual checks, and they totaled up to a sum total of $120.
Yes.
You know?
I saw the girl from Orange is the New Black, and her residual checks were like $27.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Like, there's nowhere in the world you should be getting that many checks for that little amount, you know? And, like, for the work that they put in, you know, like, a movie is viewed multiple times, like, you know, it's cherished, it's valued, you know, like, they should get some type of payment onto it. And I felt I felt more than a little hurt about the strike, you know, because I had experience acting before in the past, but
Mhm.
I'm also a writer.
Mhm.
So that like really hit home for me when the
Mhm.
writers went on strike, because it was just like, all right, these are our creators, you know, like,
Yes.
and although we are in a time where, you know, reality TV is of the norm, you know, people love a good movie, a good story they can really tune into, that's gonna make them think, that's gonna make your mind wander, like that's really gonna captivate you outside of the usual reality TV. So when you underpaying writers, that's telling me you don't value the creatives as much, which tells me the product that's coming out isn't going to be a high quality. So what interest do I really have to invest my hard-earned money into watching these movies that's subpar? You know, like I'm tired of going to theaters, and I'm just like, I wish I would have stayed at home and saved my money. You know, like.
I mean, I think about it like there's so many things that go into it, and I don't know how, like, a person can be greenlit a project, and they'll be like, yes, we want it, we'll write it, we're going to give you this, and then they like hold it for years, like they don't have the power to have kind of like any control or make money, because I rewatch shows all the time on my streaming networks. Okay, like ones that I love, I watch them again. I've seen every episode of Law and Order, every single one, like
Of Law and Order?
Of Law and Order. Yes,
How?
it's my ringtone. It's my favorite TV show ever. There's so much, right? There's such a, it's wrapped in a bow somewhere. Every episode. You know what I mean? Dun, dun, right? Okay. And this has been my show like through like my childhood, right? How I'm able to watch it on numerous networks, right? And I know that some of the writers, right, that people have enjoyed this content so much, literally can't pay their mortgage, man. Thanks to some actors. That's crazy.
They can't even get a decent meal with the way them checks looking.
Right.
We talking mortgage, like
what?
Like $20.
And how much do we pay though for streaming though? Everyone, password share or not.
Well, Netflix don't pay you. Like Netflix will pay you the one-time sum.
Exactly.
Like, and that was a big issue.
Exactly.
Especially with
and now
that
you want
AI.
to take like my likeness and be like, thank you so much. I don't think that's right.
No.
And like,
not at all.
I think that's wrong, and I feel like I think it's just a sign, like, listen, the revolution won't be televised, but I think that there's a lot of things, because didn't UPS go on strike today?
You said didn't UPS?
Isn't it August 1st?
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be today? So I think that a lot of people are just very much, I think it's very clear that people are getting stretched very thin, and that you're seeing a very small amount of people literally profit from also squeezing people very thin, limiting what they're earning, making things super expensive, the way of inflation. And I think it's unfair, and I think that I mean, honestly, maybe we just won't have content. I mean, the last time this happened, we got The Apprentice and The Rise of Housewives. Now, The Apprentice, meh. But The Housewives, I'm not going to lie, I am grateful.
And that's what I'm excited about, though, because I have talked to like older people that were around like the last time actors and writers united in a strike, and like just like having conversations with like my mom and my grandma, like they talked about like the big bang that came afterwards, like how it was a resurgence and like TV shows like that we've grown to love and cherish, like right after the first strike. So like I got hope, but at the same time I don't have hope, because I do hear and see how these studios are trying to use artificial intelligence and how easy it is for them to write up scripts and create digital content with these AI figures. And that scares me in itself, because it's just like, all right, that's a job y'all trying to take away from us. Like, if y'all taking away the creator's job, it's only a matter of time before we start looking at day-to-day jobs that's taken away. And then when do we end up, you know, where everybody is out of work, you know, stressed out, low money, that just screams violence, problems, destruction.
Problems. I'm really hoping hoping that that's not it, because like we need our actors, we need our writers. I think that people do need a little form of escapism that is not reality TV. I think there's a beauty in cinematography. There's an artistry. I mean, come on, no Abbott Elementary. There is. I mean, our shows are not showing.
I just got up into that show.
I love it so much, but like I saw her, Quinta Burris, like I saw her on the lines, like picketing, like it's a thing. And speaking of shows, rest in power to Angus Cloud. I was gonna say Euphoria. I'm not gonna have Euphoria. These kids are well gonna be too old to be playing the roles as like Cassie and Rue. But Angus Cloud, we found out yesterday that he passed away. I think the family is like asking for privacy. We don't actually know exactly what happened, but Zendaya did leave. She did an Instagram post, and he had lost his dad like the week prior. So
I think that played a role up in it.
I think so, sure. I mean, coming from a person, I call myself orphan in the name, but like both my parents have passed away, and after my passed away, it was devastating. So mental health is super important. Like I think reaching out and getting help when you need it, even though like we don't know, but I think it definitely played a role. But he was so good as Fez. Oh my gosh, he was so good. Did you watch Euphoria?
No, but I'm slightly familiar with him. Euphoria, I actually got to get into. Like, I got to figure out what channel that come on. Like, I've been missing a week. Max?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
HBO Max. It's so weird just saying Max, but.
No, I understand. Like, I've been missing it. But I've been flicking through a lot of shows trying to catch up on everything. But like you, well, I haven't lost my mother, you know, so my condolences to you. But I have lost my father, you know, so I understand how that can affect you, especially as a man, like, especially at that age, because from 25 to 35, like, you still really grown as a man. Yeah. Like, I'm figuring stuff out, like, in my 30s that I wish I would have known earlier in my 20s, but like, had I known, I still wouldn't have been able to utilize them like I am now. Like, and that sometimes it's not even about them leaving. It's just about the fact that they're not even here no more to have those conversations that you will need.
There's like a gaping hole. I mean, I hate it. I feel like there's like I always have this, I have like a little sense of like a, kind of like a melancholy. Like I'll have like a joy, but there's always a little bit of like a melancholy because it's like, man, I wish you were here. I'd love to be having this conversation. Like that, it is so impactful, right? Like I feel like something that you that saw you, like, you know, I think that it could be like really, really intense. And I feel like I think he had his struggles before, but how the family said it, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like wishing his family like a lot of like love and protection, because that's a double loss. And wow,
it's hard to take, like losing your parents, that's rough. Like, and then I could just only imagine like the grief you was experiencing. And then it's hard too, especially when you in the spotlight, you got all eyes on you dealing with that. You're expected to still do your job, you know. And then like with actors, it's a little tricky because they almost adopt a second personality. Like you got the real them plus who they're pretending to be within their films or TV shows, and then the cross of trying to be transition from character to real me while also dealing with grief and emotions. Like I couldn't see how I got the best of them, you know.
He was so young. If you do get a chance to watch Euphoria, I think it might even be harder. I don't even know if I could rewatch it for a while, but it's a really good show. He had this very cool energy and like vibe. A loss. A loss.
You know, speaking of losses, we also lost somebody here in Philly. Shout out to Gilly the King. You know, he lost his son, Cheese, the other day. Well, not even the other day, like last week, due to gun violence in the city. You know, that was a bit of a tearjerker for the city. You know, a lot of people are familiar with either Gilly or his son, or both. You know, in a lot of instances. You know, Gilly himself has been like a staple in Philadelphia as far as like just giving back to the community, being a person for the young people to look up to, inspirational guy for old and young folks, and just being someone that's just like really just continuously poured into the city over and over again. You know, so it was tough just hearing the news, because it's just like, you know, like at what point do we just start to protect our own and just be like, you know what, let's put the guns down. We don't need unnecessary violence. And when do we protect the people that's actually pouring back into the city, you know? Because to me, that was like the toughest pill, because it's just like, this is a man who spent his entire life pouring into the city that raised him, you know? Like he could have did like a lot of celebrities, and when he got his money, jettison, you know? Like I can't tell you the last time I seen Will Smith or Kevin Hart hit the city, but Gilly, he in Philadelphia every weekend, you know, like good, bad, or indifferent. So it hurt me to see like the city kind of, in a way, betray him and kill his son, you know? And then, like,
do they know who did it?
We still haven't figured that out, and that's also another point that's frustrating me, because it's just like, you know, like it should be a sense of urgency to find out who did it, you know, like in my mind, I'm just like, if this was Taylor Swift, I could imagine we would have found out who killed her brother, you know, like, or who killed her son, you know. So it's like, that's disappointing in itself, because like I said, like for someone who pours so much into the city, for the city to kind of react so little, is just kind of been like a little slap in the face, you know. Although like a lot of people have come out, you know, on social media, and like even within the neighborhoods, I've seen like people like leaving flowers, sending their well wishes. It's just, but it's tough. Like you can see visibly how it's still affecting them. And then we just had Gilly Fest, his first festival in the city, and his son was supposed to perform, you know, so that was like a double bang bang. You know, I actually gave up my ticket, because I was just like, this is just gonna be too rough for me, you know, to want to see him on stage, you know, like that was just gonna bring out too much trauma for myself, you know, where I was just like, you know, I'm good. But I did see a couple highlights from the event. I seen this one clip of Meek Mill when he was performing We Ball, and like you could see in the video, like Gilly is kind of like at a point where he lost. Like you can see like he just kind of checked out, like mentally, like maybe he thinking about his son, but he not there, he not coherent. And Meek, while performing, he kind of give him a tap and bring him back into reality. And I was just like, you know what, that's love. That's what the city need more of. And I was like glad that Meek was actually on the stage, being someone that's close to Gilly, to kind of be able to snap him back and kind of keep him in the moment, to understand, you know, take his mind off the trouble. It's hard losing a kid, especially a grown kid, you know, so I can't even imagine what he's going through, but all you can really do is send him prayers and love.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is, you know. Philly getting wild, you know. I mean, it's always been wild, but, you know, like this summer been a little bit more wilder than normal, you know.
I feel like it's everywhere. I feel like this temperature isn't helping, but I think that there is a desperation that people are starting to really feel, and that we're starting to see the results from.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Speaking of desperation, you know, we're going to have to, like, I know we're almost done with our list, but we've got to talk about a girl named Carly. Russell.
Yeah, I know. I mean, all she wanted was a little dick. That's all she wanted. She just wanted some unproblematic, uninterrupted dick, you know? Like, maybe Mom Dukes and her dad wouldn't give her the space. Maybe she had a little boyfriend on the side, you know? She just wanted to hear her sneaky link, you know? Like, but what really threw me about the whole situation was I didn't hear about it until she was actually rescued or found. Like, I literally opened up my Twitter, like literally, this is my transactional story. I opened up my Twitter, first post I see, Black woman missing, Carly, you know, all right, so I immediately repost, start sending out, stroll down, one strip, we found her. Oh, okay. Let me repost, let me like, and then I got the details of everything that came out, and I was just like, well, hearing details, it didn't make sense. I was just like, huh, that's odd. And what really made it odd was the part with the money where she said the robbers gave her money to get back. And I was just like, huh, They nicer than me because if I kidnapped you, I'm not giving you money to get back home.
Right. Right.